You read that entire ESPN article on Shanahan from Seth Wickersham?
Yep.
So he addresses the defense and breaks down all the plays on Saturday. He does it to the offense on Friday. We had Eric Crocker on earlier this year, and what did he say?
Shanahan was the real defensive coordinator. Shanahan's the real DC.
And basically, Seth Wickersham confirms that.
Yep. Crocker wasn't lying. Are we getting Eric Crocker on tomorrow? We're getting him on tomorrow. He said that. When did he say that? He said that before the Cleveland game, Minnesota game.
Early in the year.
It was early in the year. He goes, to be honest with you guys, Shanahan's a real defensive coordinator. And I haven't forgotten about that. Well, so for all the heat Steve Wilkes gets.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it does make sense. Because Steve Wilkes was telling us midway through the season, I'm still learning this scheme. I've never run this scheme before. I'm still learning. This is like through week 8. I'm like, damn.
I just thought, all these people covering this team, and no one's ever uncovered that.
Except for Eric Crocker.
Right?
Who's covering the team from Arkansas.
I think he moved back. But
he moved back. Yeah, he sees the sock thing. Yeah.
But, you're 100% correct. And that kind of blew me away. But Kyle Shanahan talked about in that article how he wanted to learn all positions in the same way that Belichick did. And Seth Wickersham said, who also covered the dynasty of the New England Patriots, no coach has been more prepared to coach football since Bill Belichick entered the league in 1975.
Wow.
Meaning he learned from 5 years old on how to be an NFL coach, what to look for, and all of the positions that it takes. To me, this is the Shanahan Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's becoming that. It's becoming that. I know we discussed this earlier in the week, and I thought, man, Brock Purdy has the most to gain. And I still believe Brock Purdy has the most to gain. I do believe that. But this is shaping up to be the Shanahan Super Bowl. Because of everything we're hearing. Ed McCaffrey, man, when Kyle was growing up, he would cut his cleats and cut his shoes and wear his uniform like Ed McCaffrey and Ron Smith. And being around Mike Shanahan and being in the room with Mike Shanahan and then going down to Tampa Bay as a grad assistant, learning defense. Think about who we learned defense from. Mike Tomlin, Monty Kiffin, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all those great coaches in Tampa Bay. And then learning the defensive side of the football and being in defensive meetings, very important for Kyle Shanahan. So when you hear about Crocker saying he's a real DC, and you read the article about Seth Wickersham, about how he's breaking down the defense and how he's watching the defense, and think about the way he calls plays. How many offensive coordinators do you see calling plays from behind the defense? Think about what their offense
Very
is.
few.
He's not behind the offense. He's 30 yards down the field behind the safeties of the opposing defense. Very intriguing stuff. Very intriguing from Kyle Shanahan. So he's been building this moment. And, I talked to Festus yesterday. He brought up this 28-3 Super Bowl, and everybody blames Kyle Shanahan. I've never seen an offensive coordinator get blamed for the Super Bowl when you're up 28-3. You got a defensive-minded head coach. How about you make a stop? How about you get a stop? I mean, they put up 28 points on Belichick. What else do you need? Well, obviously you needed more.
Do we blame Darrell Bevell for the Seahawks losing?
Ben Johnson's not getting blamed for the NFC Championship game.
No.
For calling the 4th and 2 pass when they were averaging 7 yards a pop on the ground.
It really is crazy how that stuck to him. It's insane to me, actually. Now.
Why?
Because he's a Shanahan. Name recognition.
Is it because of the Washington situation with RG3 and the way that was handled?
There is no doubt in my mind the way Washington went down with Mike, it rubbed the Florios of the world so wrong. And I think they rubbed their face into the media, and clearly whoever was running whatever in Washington, there was a lot of ill will.
Yep.
Who was the guy that Gruden was sending the emails to?
Oh, Bruce Allen.
Yes, longtime executive.
Yep.
I just think a lot of people in the media didn't like him, and I think they built up a lot of enemies, and so I think he's a lightning rod. Yeah. I really do. I don't think Kyle also plays nice with a lot of the members of the media.
He doesn't. Nor should he. That's why I thought with Kyle, and I really, I had a lot of respect for him before, and I was different. I'm maybe in the minority with this, but when Trey Lance got moved, and Trey Lance didn't go to practice, and Shanahan explained in detail what happened. And I was like, man, Shanahan actually does care about this kid. Now, it didn't work out, and I got to do what I got to do. I got a quarterback who's ready to win now, and I got to win now with this roster. But I thought the way he broke that down, there's a lot of coaches who wouldn't go to that level of detail saying, well, we moved on. Think about Bill Belichick. Well, we moved off him. We made our move. Next question. He went into every little detail on why it didn't work out, why he didn't go to practice, why we moved him. We gave him a chance. Do you want to stay here? This is the deal. We'll love to keep you, but if you want to move on and go to get a change of scenery, we're willing to do that for you. And I said, man, because Shanahan doesn't show a lot of vulnerability, to your point. And I think he's growing to show some of that. I think in Super Bowl week, he's been on fire. Media day, whether or not he was sauced up or not. I thought Shanahan breaking down the game manager term and breaking down how we picked Brock Purdy. I was like, damn, has Shanahan ever sounded better?
No. And to your point, like when you keep getting very, very, very far and losing in the modern era, it feels like the way people talk about you, the discourse, is you're a failure. Yep. It's almost better to lose earlier in the rounds in today's modern news cycle than it is to lose at the very end. I don't believe, I really do, this is just me, I don't believe any coach could lose 3 straight Super Bowls the way Marv Levy lost 4. Do you?
No.
And survive?
Not in today's age.
Do you?
Not in today's age. Not in today's age.
If you lost 2 in a row, I think people would be like, I don't know, man. Think of what we're saying there.
Yeah.
You got all the way to the Super Bowl multiple times and lost.
Yeah.
Marv Levy did it 4 times. I don't believe in the modern era. He keeps his job.
Nah,
and he's one of the greats. But
depends on the market. Depends on the situation. Being in Buffalo, I think helped Marv Levy.
Okay.
If he was saying the New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys, a big boy market, he's out of there.
Okay.
Out of there. By the way, you are listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HG1, San Francisco. The San Francisco Sheriff's Office countdown. The kickoff clock says we are 3 days, 8 hours, 23 minutes, 43, 42, 41, 40 seconds away from the big game. The big game on Sunday, which Pete's Coffee is sending us to. Shout out to Pete's Coffee. We're going to Vegas. You'll be leaving Saturday midday. Love me to be leaving Saturday midday. I'll be leaving Saturday night to be in Las Vegas for the big game.
Think about Jim Harbaugh. He can't win the big one. Well, now he just did. And now it's college. So I know people will say, well, he's never done it in the NFL. Is he a different coach? Like, is he that dramatically different?
I don't think so. I think
today
he's still
than he was 10 years ago.
Did you watch his introductory press conference with the Chargers?
It was great.
He's still the same awkward dude.
Yes. Now, I'm sure there's little subtleties that he's, because coaches have strengths and weaknesses that they work on over time. And I do believe you draw from experiences and, what you did 7 years ago, you remember and maybe you try things different or you do something subtly the same. But, they're essentially the same guy.
Right.
And so if Kyle Shanahan wins one, everything changes about him. But he's really still the same guy.
Yeah, he is.
I look at Andy Reid. Andy Reid is still really the same guy. But he won that one, and everything changed for him.
Well, Kyle Shanahan wins this one. Now, we could say, you know what? Yeah, you're better than McVay, right? We could say you're better than your contemporaries. Okay, it's valid to be a top 5 coach in this league. All of a sudden, everything you've done to build it brick by brick, it's all come to fruition. Now you're a made man. Now you're one away from your pops from winning the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It changes everything. But if you nationally.
If you asked every GM in the league, would you rather have Mike McCarthy, who's won a Super Bowl, or Kyle Shanahan?
Oh, they'll say Kyle Shanahan. I'm laughing at the Cowboys for keeping Mike McCarthy. But think about that.
It's crazy. Now you're a made man.
Right. But you have to be to win that one.
I know.
Andy Reid wasn't a made man until he won Super Bowl 54. And I thought Andy Reid was a Hall of Famer going into that game.
But I guess my thing is the measurements and how we quantify these things.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
The margins are so thin. He's excellent.
No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Let's go to Jose in Idaho, then we'll get to Uncle Gene. Jose, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hi, guys. Kyle Shanahan. He's a good coach. He this Sunday in the Super Bowl, he'll pull it off. He'll be fine, But as I was saying, I've called it since last April that Niners will win it all.
Oh.
There it is.
An 18-month tease.
Good call. Let's go to Gene in Oakland. Gene, what's happening?
When I used to tease Friday night. On Monday.
All right. Hey, guys.
What's up, Uncle Gene?
Good morning.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Jan.
Jan and I have... We have something a little special for you and the roasters, okay?
Oh, we love it.
You ready for this?
Oh, we're ready.
I'm always ready.
Okay. It's too old.
And Auntie Jan here.
We're laying down rhymes. Ain't no Ishmael Reed, but I can pass you some dimes. Mahomes thinks he's the GOAT, but sure hates getting hit. When the Niners are done,
the whiner won't be worth spit.
Bring it home.
Bring it home. Bring the Lombardi home.
This is where it belongs. Bring it home. Bring it on home. Hit 'em high, hit 'em low. Wipe that smug off their faces. Strike fear in their hearts and put them all in their places. Taylor loves those Grammys, but nix the Super Bowl party.
'Cause you and Travis ain't touching the Vincent Lombardi.
Bring it home. Bring it home. Bring the Lombardi home. Let it light up the bay. Bring it home. Bring it on home. It's bang, bang, Niner game till we hoist the silver cup.
Once our shelter dog's quarterback makes the haters shut up.
Get ready, Niner Nation. The moment is near. Casey's dynasty ends, ours begins, and it all starts this year.
Bring it home, bring it home. Y'all know it's fake. When the Niners win the big one, 31-28. Hey, Niners!
Oh, my God. We got to go to break, man.
That's the best duet since Bone and Biggie.